Hello, beautiful human. My name is Malia, and I am humbled and honored to share my acne journey with you. If you are here, it's probably because you have acne. So I want to share some words with you that I wish someone had shared with me when I was in the depths of my acne journey. There is nothing wrong with you. You are doing everything that you can, and you are healthy. So I'm going to be looking at my computer, because that's where my notes are. It's right here. So for me, having chronic acne was deeply dysregulating to my nervous system and spun me out into a mental health crisis that lasted 1 to 2 years. It was one of the most deepest depressions I've experienced in my life. So I'm creating these videos because I want to offer support and I want to share what I learned in my acne journey experience that I wish someone else had shared with me when I was going through my journey. So I invite you to take a deep breath, which I'll be inviting throughout the whole video. And wherever you are in your journey, you're not alone. And I know how much it sucks and it's not fair. And I wish you didn't have to experience it. Okay? So I've been there and I know what it's like to wake up in the morning and look at the mirror and cry. I know what it's like to cry for months and months about having this. I'm here to offer my insight about what I learned in hopes that it can help you in your healing journey and in having a good relationship with yourself while you have acne. Mwah! Okay, that's the intro. Onto the video's focus. So in this video, I'm going to share my experience with acne depression. So the psychological and emotional and mental impacts of having the chronic disease of acne. Acne is a disease. And so a little bit of background story. In 2017, I was 22, 23, and I had clear skin. And I started taking a hormonal birth control pill. And within 2 weeks of taking the pill, I started getting acne around my chin, which I had not had before. And within 2 months of taking the pill, the acne was continuing to get worse. So it was clear to me that there was a connection there. And so I stopped taking the birth control pill after 2 months, and the acne continued to get worse for the next 2 years. And it was at its peak of frequency and duration and the amount of acne at the 1 year to 1.5 year mark. At the 1.5 year mark, my acne started to decrease, started to heal, and after 2 years, so it's been 4 years since my journey has started, and for the last 2 years, it's maintained a pretty low grade amount of acne, nothing compared to what it was, and so I still have acne, and compared to those 2 years, it's considerably different. So if you want to hear more about the whole story and all of the details, you can check out a video that I created about it. So let's dive in. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 4 lessons, mindset lessons, that I learned through my experience of acne depression. I'm going to be sharing the kind of toxic mindset that perpetuated my acne depression, and then the mindset that I learned to integrate to help heal my depression. So deep breath. Let's go into the first one. Mindset number 1. Something is wrong with you. The counter mindset is that you are healthy. So the biggest message that I received from society, the medical industry, my family, my friends, random strangers on the street was that something was wrong with me there was some horrible imbalance in my body that was causing acne, that there was something deeply unhealthy about my body, and that I could not be healthy while having acne. And even though like I was like actually really extremely healthy, and if you like, we can define healthy as like getting like nutritional and sleep and water and exercise needs met. Like I was at the top of my game during my acne journey. But like it doesn't matter because people saw me and they thought that I was unhealthy. So here's the counter message that I learned to really like heal this like toxic idea that there's something wrong with me, which is that you are healthy and your body is doing exactly what it needs to do to heal. Your body is like an amazing ecosystem that can balance its own self out, that's working to support your whole life and is working to support you. And so like having acne is not a reflection of your health, and you can actually be healthy while having acne, which is what I had just shared. Like I was like so freaking healthy and I still had acne. So really the big takeaway of lesson 1 is that like you are like wholesome, you are complete, you are nourished, and you can trust your body. You can trust that your body is healing. Deep breath. Okay, so now we're going to go into acne depression mindset number 2. So this one is this. You are causing your acne. And the counter mindset is you are doing everything you can. So let's go into the toxic mindset, right? I heard this message from so many alternative like healing modalities and people on like YouTube and all these sources. And they were basically like, if you did more of this, or if you did less of this, then your acne would go away. Or it would be something like, if only you accepted and loved yourself more, then your acne would go away. If only you were like less stressed out, then your acne would go away. And at the core of all of those messages is this essence that you are causing your acne, that it's your fault. And so, here's the problem with like this super toxic message. For me, it triggered this like obsessive and compulsive need to control every aspect of my life. Like anxiously control everything. And I actually called this the acne lens. And so the acne lens is basically this idea of like every single decision about my life, what I ate, when I slept, what I slept on, the clothes that I wore, like working out, going out for a drink, anything I put on my skin, any supplement that I take, like anything was filtered through, is this going to make my acne worse? Living that way was hell. And it absolutely perpetuated my depression. And it made me feel like I was going crazy because I was. So that's one part of it. And another part of what's so toxic about this message is it's like super spiritual bypassy. It's just like when people are saying like, just love and accept yourself. And then this insert blank here, chronic disease will go away. Like, no, before I had acne, I was working deeply on self-acceptance and love. Then I got acne. And then to hear those types of messages made me feel like doubt around how much I loved myself. And then it created this like weird self-sabotage pattern where I felt like I was like hating myself for not loving myself because I like couldn't heal my acne through this like like spiritual, like word reprogramming thing. Now, caveat, words are absolutely powerful, and the way that we think about ourselves influences how we feel about ourselves. So I'm not discounting that. And I am saying that particular mindset needs to be, I needed to have very strong boundaries around it. And I needed to be like, sure, I'm going to love and accept myself, but it's not going to be attached to some outcome around like my acne is therefore then going to go away. Again, like, it is not your fault that you have acne. So here's the counter message that I learned, which is pretty much, it's what I said. It's not your fault. You cannot control your acne. You cannot control that you have it. And you are doing everything that you can. I know you are, because I did. I tried everything. And for me, like, pretty much everything didn't work. And so because my acne was, and like continues to this day to occur because of my own kind of GI disorders and endocrine dysfunctionalities, like there was nothing that I could have done that would have quickly healed my chronic acne besides pharmaceuticals, which I was unwilling to do. There was nothing that I could have done. But the mindset was that I had to do everything. And there was something that I wasn't doing. And like, I needed to figure it out. And so, that like mindset like really spiraled me deep into depression, because like, yeah, I just had to remind myself over and over again that like, I'm doing everything that I can. And I'm doing the best that I can. And, on a nervous system level, I think it's like really soothing to remind yourself that it's not your fault and that you're doing everything that you can. And it's soothing to this kind of like hyperactive, anxious, primitive part of our brain. So I want to go into like a little bit of the psychology of acne depression from my perspective, which is like, your brain is designed to keep you safe. And so every single decision that you make, everything in your life is filtered through this filter of like the brain being like, am I gonna die from this or not? And so if your brain, which is what my brain did, like starts categorizing and has like basically identified that acne is unsafe, it's not healthy, then it categorizes that like it's a threat to your life. So for my experience, like this kind of hyperactivity of like, I need to figure this out, I need to like pick at this, I need to like, figure it out, like was like pretty much my brain just going into this like hyperactive like response mode. And so, I think the big takeaway that I want to impart to you with this lesson is just to remind your brain, you gotta remind your beautiful brain, which is trying so hard to take care of you, that it doesn't have to freak out, that it can relax, because you are taking care of yourself and you're going to continue to take care of yourself, and you're not the enemy. You're not the enemy. Your brain doesn't have to attack you. So having that relationship where it's like, it's okay, brain. I got this. We got this. Okay? Let's take a deep breath. Okay, so this is acne depression mindset number 3. You have to fix it. And here's the counter mindset. You are where you are at. All right, so the toxic mindset, like around like you having to fix your acne, is like a fucking black hole. It is so intense. So this mindset like really builds on the one that I just shared. So basically what we're told is that like it's your fault that you have acne, and then it's your responsibility to fix it. And not only is it your responsibility, you have to fix it. So I want to share maybe a novel and like kind of weird idea, but what if you don't have to fix it? What if you let go of trying so hard to fix your acne? What if you have acne for the rest of your life? And I know how fucking hard it is to think about those questions. Because when I started asking myself those questions, I was like so deep in the depression. And when I asked those questions, I was like, I can't. Like, so, you know, for me, this kind of mindset, the toxic mindset that like you have to fix your acne, created this like super like obsessive compulsive relationship with research. Like I was constantly researching about the body and about skin and about acne and about like healing treatments and about like physiology and like all of these different things. I was spending hundreds and hundreds of hours researching and watching YouTube videos and like all these different things. And at the same time, while I was in that experience, I was like deeply like in self-hatred, and it was like anxiety ridden for me. And so, you know, like it's exhausting. It's exhausting to care so much. It's exhausting to be like researching and trying all of these different things, and then none of them work, and then it leads you like further down this like black hole of like acne like fixation. So here's the counter message that I learned to help me deal with this intense toxic mindset. You are where you are at. You do not have to fix this. You do not have to fixate on fixing this. And you know, like looking back at my acne journey, really my acne journey consisted of like 3 things: freaking out about having acne, researching like how to fix the acne, and then like trying everything I could to fix it. And I pretty much did that for like 1 to 1.5 years. And at about the 1.5 year mark, I started like finally kind of letting go of the like obsession around trying to fix my acne. And I started focusing on like other things. And those things were like, how do I have a happy life while I have acne? How do I love myself while I have acne? How do I have healthy boundaries around this obsession of trying to fix my acne? And those questions like were really helpful in regards to how the toxic mentality of like you need to fix it, instead it became like, of course, like I felt like I needed to fix it. Like I never got to the point in my journey where I really accepted like the potential that I could have it as bad as I did for the rest of my life. Like I never got there. I tried, but I was always like, I'm gonna fight this. I'm gonna figure it out, you know? And so like, you know, but it was really helpful to kind of like be like, okay, I don't have to be like so extreme about it. And so, yeah, the lesson here, the big takeaway is that you do not have to fixate on fixing your acne. Okay, deep breath. You're badass! My best friend Chloe gave me this. Acne depression mindset number 4. Okay, this is the last one, guys, so buckle up. Here we go. You are broken. And the counter mindset is, it's your choice. So the toxic mindset is this. You know, this is kind of what the you are broken mindset is based on. So this is like really hard what I'm about to say. Every time I thought about it, I would burst out crying. But like, this is what's been true for me. And I'm going to say it to you like I was saying it to myself. So you will have scars. You will have scars. Your skin will never be the same again. It'll never be the same again. And I know how painful it is to watch your skin deteriorate. To have this feeling like your skin is being ruined is deeply painful. So for me, like, I felt really broken. I felt really perpetually broken. I felt like I was like sick. Like everyone was kind of telling me that. And like not literally, but you know, kind of like covertly. And I like had wounds on my face, right? That like constantly needed attention. And it's so annoying to me when people tell me like, I mean, I get where they're coming from, but they're like, don't touch your face, you know, like don't touch your face. It's going to make you have acne more. You can't not touch your face when you have acne. That's fucking ridiculous. Like, you have scabs. Like, I had scabs and open wounds on my face that needed me to treat them. Like, and it was such a weird feeling to kind of like constantly have like wounds on my face that needed attention. And like, that created this feeling of brokenness for me. And it really spiraled me deeper into the depression. And, you know, I think another thing to add on to this is like, there's this weird thing where people are like, oh, I know it's like vain of me, you know, to be like freaking out about this. Or like, I know that there are bigger problems in the world and this is just like, you know, acne. Like, hello, like, it's your fucking face. It's your body. It is your body. Like, it was not, no, like, I completely disagree with that, you know? Like, if your body is, like, going through some shit, it's okay to be insecure about it. Like, it's okay to have really intense feelings come up about it. And, like, I felt fucked up, like, and I felt, yeah, I just felt really depressed, and I didn't have the support that I needed, and having people be like, don't feel, you know, so bad about it, just made me feel even worse about it. So, like, you know, yeah, the counter kind of lesson that really helped me move through this feeling, though, of, like, being so, like wounded all the time, was realizing that, like, it's your choice. You can choose to feel broken. You can choose to feel perfect. You can choose to love and accept yourself where you are right now. And for me, having chronic acne affected me so much, and it was helpful to realize that I could go through my acne journey and feel anxious, depressed, and self-hatred. That's one way that I could go through the journey. Or I could go through my acne journey and feel like trusting and feel like wholesome and feel like I knew that I was getting the nourishment that I needed, right? And those are two very different ways of moving through an acne journey. And you like may have acne the same amount, both of those people going through those journeys may be going through the same thing. But like for me, being able to be like, okay, I trust, I know nothing's wrong with me. I know that I'm doing everything I can. I know that I don't have to fix this. Like all of these things really helped me to be like, okay, I can let go. And so I got to the point where I realized that I may have this for the rest of my life. So I had to ask myself some hard questions. And those questions were, am I going to let this acne take away my happiness and take away my life? Am I going to let this ruin my day? And it's like, I remember like thinking like, what am I going to choose? To love my problems? To love like this like acne depression? Or to love myself and to love my life. And so, I'll ask you, like, are you going to let this acne take away your happiness and take away your life? So the big takeaway from this is, like, just to remind yourself that you do have a choice. You do have a choice. Deep breath. Cool. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment below with your experiences of acne depression if you want. And below I have some links to resources which really helped me with healing my own depression, my own acne depression, and like the mindset stuff around acne. And like parting words, I just want you to know that you are not alone, and I wish you nourishment on your journey. Peace.